You're watching Chaotic TV.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chaotic TV. We are in Game 7 between Charon 3 Esports and Millenium. Charon 3 is up 4-2. In the bottom right, we have the Charon 3 Esports player, the Blue Zerg, Spanish player. This is Vortix.
And his opponent in the other spawning location on Newkirk Precinct. This is the Red Terran player. The Ace player from Millenium is ForGG.
That's right, ForGG already lost against Lucifron, Vortix's brother, in a very interesting play where ForGG just essentially got kind of outmatched in the macro. Yeah, he got Hellbat dropped fiercely, and he lost 21 pro SCVs before the final battle, where he lost another 21 against the siege tanks of Lucifron, and ended up taking the game on Star Station.
Hellbat drops, the bane of my existence.
It looks like we're going to have a command center block on the top. I actually really like that play from ForGG. He's always been a really interesting player, showcasing that very recently at WCS.
I like that build quite a bit against the Zerg, because what are you going to do? Throw Zerglings at it and watch SCVs repair?
Yep. It's still quick enough for a 6-pool block.
It's actually a really fast drone scout from Vortex too, so I don't know if he's trying to get a key on something. Maybe see that command center first and go Roach Baneling or something. I don't know. I guess we'll see here.
I'm curious for ForGG, and I just got a splitting headache for some reason. ForGG put this command center here, and usually you see the barracks block off the other part where that supply depot is going to go, and just makes it a bit of a longer wall in. But he put the barracks close to his first command center, not walling it off, and now this drone has free scouting. Not that it would have seen much more than the command center first.
You got a splitting headache because I said Roach Baneling, didn't you?
No, just my right temple to the back of my head just had this sharp pain. That's not good, but we're not going to worry about it right now. It's gone.
We'll worry about your aneurysm later.
That would be a really interesting way to die, I think.
We have more important things to do, like cast StarCraft.
That's right. I'm dedicated, mother.
Casting or die. Sometimes casting and die.
That should be the new motto of Chaotic TV: casting or die. I'm dizzy. I've got so many things wrong with my corporeal form that if I died of an aneurysm, that would be the most unexpected and awesome way to die, I think.
I'm not sure awesome is a word I would associate with that, but we'll go with it.
What was it? Live free or die harder, or something like that? Live free or die hard was the title of that fourth one. We're gonna do live cast or die. I like that one. Just change the pronunciation. But anyway, back into the game after 3 minutes of bullshitting. We have the command center and really a whole bunch of production facilities coming down for ForGG, and that production panel is still not up.
On another interesting note, we have a 5-minute and 36-second lair coming from Vortex.
And a whole bunch of gas. Second and third gas coming down with the Roach Warren.
He's useful with lair. You're probably going to see some Mutalisks here.
Really? I think he's going to be going for Roach Baneling. The bane of Terran's existence currently.
Roach Baneling, the thing that gave you your splitting headache and or aneurysm.
Oh,
Then again, with how much rage you were displaying on ladder, yeah, possibly.
Hey, against the same thing that ForGG is about to go up against, I swear. I'm not as used to Roach Baneling busts as he is, because I just recently switched from random to Terran, and when I played Terran, it was kind of a distant memory. You know, Roach Baneling busts.
Ooh, Nidus. No Banelings. Roach Nidus.
This is actually the second time I've seen it on this map in a pro game. Is this map just good for Nidus? I thought close by air, or maybe he just saw that there was nothing building in this corner of the base. Newkirk Precinct. Yeah, this is partially why they modified it to the new tournament edition. They cut out this extra slot where this Nidus is going to come in, just because this happened so many times, and it gave the production size of Terran and Protoss, plenty of room to build to where they didn't have to risk any of their production buildings outside of their base. But when you cut off this, it becomes a lot smaller of a base, and they have to build elsewhere when they get past 3 bases. But
like on the giant left side of their base, this is a huge main base.
it's tremendous, yeah. And there goes the
There
Nidus.
it is.
Only Hellions out on the map, trying to clean up a little bit, creep
it.
across the map, but he's not going to dive in there with those Hellions, and he's not pulling all of his forces
You can see
either.
the Nidus Storm, and he's completely ignoring it.
He just now pulled the Marines from his bunker, and he's pulling all of his SCVs, and it looks like he's going to run
And a creep
in.
tumor, that's going to be really annoying.
Yeah, that's going to limit the production, just like cutting up the map would. SCVs pushing forward, the 2 Hellions that are here, 6 Hellions are coming back. SCVs need to go attack that Nidus
A lot
Canal.
of roaches. There are a lot
More
of
roaches coming out. Oh, and another one
Only
starts
one
right
guy
behind
there,
it. Look at
though,
these
2.
Hellions dying very quickly. SCVs are attacking as much as they
Yeah.
can, but 9 have died so far. And it looks like the damage from Vortix's push right here might be enough to seal him the rest of the game.
Oh, the Nidus popped out, and the
5 more roaches come in.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a whole lot of
They're just
damage.
so good against Marines, especially Marines with no combat shields.
Interestingly, the units lost tab shows us that Vortix is actually the one who's lost more, but he's probably scared ForGG to death with that kind of Nidus pressure.
He lost the Nidus networks, and he lost the roaches. Roaches are relatively expensive, both in a supply standpoint, and they take up a good amount of memory gas.
If there were any Banelings at all
But
thrown in with that, he probably would have been able to win, but
Yeah,
he spent all
that
his
army
gas
is
on actually building
entirely
the Nidus
composed of light
connectors.
units.
Yeah.
Here comes another Nidus, but this one's in the front, at where the 3rd base would be. This is just going to be able to speed units around. He might put another one in the back of the base and just kind of split attack here.
Yeah, if he shot an Overlord all the way across to the back left of the natural, he could drop another one right in the base as he's attacking the front. There are plenty of Marines here.
apparently he
Even
just-
pulling the SCVs again for this bunker, he's going to be able to hold everything.
Kind of funny.
Ooh, he's going to be able to get that
There's the
bunker.
bunker.
But look how much stuff is
Start
dying for
taking
both
down Marines.
sides. Still not many SCVs dying
Yeah,
out of
this
this
is-
because of the auto-targeting. There's that first tank. The tank got 1 kill, and then Vortix decided to hightail out of there. But he has a 3rd base coming down, and hopefully he'll be able to catch up in the production and economic lead that ForGG got from putting down his command center so early.
A little strange for me to see the Nidus used to transport speed roaches across the map. Usually you just see slower units come across, like, I don't know, queens.
Yeah, if he pulled a queen out of that Nidus network and then put a couple of creep tumors down, he could have been very beneficial. There goes the Nidus network, and now these roaches are going to run all the way back home. Overlord even being lost, and the units lost is definitely in ForGG's favor right now. This is very odd of Vortix. I've seen much better play from him in the past.
Yeah, he's playing pretty conservative too, taking just this 3rd base here. A lot of players would move up to 4 bases in this situation, having contained their opponents along on 2.
A bit of a doom drop coming
he
in.
invested a lot into those attacks. He sees it, he's reacting relatively quickly, but he's got a long way to run. The drop is pausing for a good bit of time too, but there's not enough here to fight this.
Yeah, he's got
There's
5 more
another couple
roaches
rounds
coming
of-
in. Upgrades are still trying to come in, but this is going to be enough to really cripple Vortix if he's able to kill all these roaches. He did stim, and that's going to be the death of those roaches, but the 1 flanking roach is enough to distract the Marines long enough for the 6 behind them.
Maybe just enough reinforcements. Yep, he's gonna clean this up just barely.
Yeah, and not picking up and running before he probably should have. He lost a
Picked up
whole
all
lot
of
of
2
stuff.
Marines and got out.
No.
That was really good drop defense by
Yeah.
Vortex. Drops are particularly tricky to deal with in maps like this where you have your units at a 3rd base that's on a 3rd level down. You have to run up 2 levels to get there.
I also think that ForGG didn't execute that drop as well as he possibly could have, coming in with even more for an even bigger doom drop. He could have dropped directly on the mineral line and taken out at least a couple of drones before the reinforcement roaches came in, if he had taken a different path. But he was trying to dodge this Overlord in the bottom left of Vortix's base, And now these two forward medevacs are gonna, tell everything before catch up. And there it goes. Big doom drop coming in. Is Vortix gonna? Yep, he's already reacting, bringing all his forces into the main base, and he's gonna drop where there is no creep. Siege up his tanks.
Is going to be key.
There goes the
These
siege.
infestors are going to be key if they can get fungals.
Great
out.
fungal,
Good
2 fungals. And the one infestor goes down. The roaches and the freaking bio is decimated. No fungal goes down to continue to pick off these medevacs, but that was a hell of a good drop defense. And the units lost tab is evened up for Vortix.
I think right now the saving grace in this game for Vortix is this little bit of creep spread to the left part of his main, where a lot of players would kind of neglect it.
Yeah, that's especially on this map where it's so big you almost forget to spread creep in your base. The upgrades just kicked in at the beginning of that battle too, so Lucifer, keep calling him his brother's name, Vortix had a bit of an upgrade lead, seeing as how there are no upgrades in ForGG's army. This is the second game he's forgotten upgrades, or maybe he's just waiting until 16 minutes to start them, because we do see +1 weapons coming out
We see
of
ForGG
right now.
ForGG just landing his 3rd command center, whereas Vortix is taking his 4th base with his 3rd already up, and got the gas going and mostly workers.
He's got a 5th base going, brother. And another knight is coming down.
Starting. That's going to be a nice little distraction there. Going to pull some of the army back.
He'll be able to get this knight sword. Yeah.
Or rather, just finished. Not going to do anything with it just yet. I think the Spire may go into a greater Spire once it pops.
So we have Roachling Infestor. Very powerful. Nothing really in that medevac. Maybe it was just going to scout with it.
Got to load up.
Taking this forward hatchery definitely leaves him the ability to creep all the way up towards that northern Zelnaga tower, and then he'll have full vision and the ability to take the top right base without any problems. And if he mines out where his current 5th is before he gets to the 6th, if this game even goes that long, because this is a huge attack coming in. I'm not even going to get to finish that sentence, but great fungals coming on. Oh my god. Huge badge on the majority of the army, and you just see that the medevacs aren't healing anything. They're just standing there over nothing. Look at all the energy on them. They didn't get to heal anything. The tanks are doing all the work, and the supply for the Terran just shot through the floor. But it looks like Lucifron... Vortix. Pardon me, Vortix. I don't mean to keep calling you your brother's name, but people do it to me and my brother all the time. Is playing like a true Zerg and sacrificing more units than he kills, but he is macroing like a beast behind this with 5 bases and 10 gases. He's going to be able to move into Broodlord tech in a very short time.
He also saved all his infestors there. He used the fungals and infested Terrans and took them out of the fight, so that's exactly how you want to use spellcaster units, is use up all their energy and get out. Got a Zergling at the would-be 4th base of ForGG, just kind of blocking it. Also spots the drop going on the top of the map.
ForGG right now on a pretty darn low amount of harvesters for 3 bases, which is probably why he's not taken his 4th base yet. He probably doesn't realize he's lost 16 SCVs, which would be the perfect amount for him to get up to his optimal economy. He doesn't take his gases 5 and 6, and he's not started his 4th base, as you mentioned, but it looks like he's almost maxed. I think he's just
scrambling to reload his Bile Force.
Yeah, it's basically almost an all-in if he doesn't expand soon or at all. If he's able at all to hold off this attack of how many Broodlords? We've got 9 Broodlords, and the Fungals,
lots
and the
of Broodlords,
Zerglings.
and a bunch of Corruptors coming in to follow up to stop any Vikings that there aren't. But
he'll be able to kill Medivacs, which is an issue. Otherwise, he could just lift and run away. No siege on these tanks yet, but the Broodlords are starting right now, and there are no Vikings. 1 missile turret is all that is allowed, and big fungal on those Marines that ran right through to try to snipe off a couple of those Broodlords. Great fungals, huge broodling attacks.
He's killing just Zerglings, and he's losing everything, so this is a really poor trade for the Terran. May actually be game ending.
Yeah, this 3rd base is going to go down, and ForGG is not going to have any response to this.
He just killed Zerglings, and those are instantly reloaded. He's also transitioning to Ultralisk soon. He's got Chitinous Plating coming in, as long as 3-3 melee and ground armor. The Corruptor's picking up the Medivacs, like you said, just making the bio even less useful at this point.
Look at those Broodlings just tanking everything. Oh my gosh. And the supply up 100. And with 4GG tapping out, Vortix takes the win for Counter 3 Esports, ending the series in 5-2. That'll do it for Chaotic TV in this Best of 9 series. We will see you guys next time for Team Acer versus MVP. From Chaotic TV, I am KO.
This is Eclipse.
Laughing his ass off as we go on to the next matchup. See you guys very soon. Cheers. God.
You have been slain by the outro.